Good morning, Lucy, and many thanks for your time today to have this discussion on sustainability and how you embed it within your organisation. I know you haven't been very well lately, so as I say, many thanks for coming in. So, really, just as a starting point, what part does an environmental policy play in your organisation?
Well, we've had an environmental policy for many years, but in the last 3 to 4 years, it's become much more wide-reaching, and it hasn't been the kind of environmental policy that we see in many companies that just pays lip service to the environment to keep customers happy. Our environmental policy and our approach to all things sustainable is all encompassing across our business. So we don't just say, oh, we always think about recycling and we always think about how we travel to work, and all these generic things that many companies offer. We think about it in every single aspect of everything we do. And I expect all of my employees to reflect this through everything they do within the business too.
So how do you ensure that your employees are aware of your environmental policy and what you expect of them in ensuring the business is sustainable?
All of our employees, one of the first training courses they do when they join us is actually an environmental awareness course. So that's a really good starting point. It's a generic course. It's not specifically for funeral directors, but it's very good to just bring people up to speed before then we introduce them to our environmental policy, which we also expect them to read and sign when they start with us. Whenever there's any reviews to that, it's shared out throughout the company. And again, everybody's expected to read it and be aware of it. It's on all our notice boards throughout the business. And it's also shared with our suppliers and other partners, so they know what our goals are. And also it kind of hopefully explains to them why we do things the way we do them. We also have regular meetings with our teams, and everyone is also really encouraged to put forward suggestions to how we can improve our sustainability in their particular area of work, because they're the people that know their work areas the best. And we always get really good feedback from staff, and then we take it away and see, it's a continual improvement approach. And we always know we can do better. And there's always new products coming on the market and different people offering different services. And we're really open to that.
That sounds really good. But I'm sure it takes a lot of your time and resources to reach that level. So what are the benefits do you feel it gives to your business having such a sustainable culture that you've got?
I think, firstly, our clients are more and more demanding, and I'm sure any funeral director will tell you that over the last sort of 10 to 15 years, clients have become a lot more particular about what they want. The personalisation of a bespoke send-off is absolutely top of people's lists. And we think that making sure you're ticking the environmental boxes for clients as well is just as important as all those other additional things people are looking for. We've reached a stage now where people are actually coming through our door and saying, oh, we weren't sure if we would go to funeral director A or funeral director B, but we love the sound of what you do for the environment and in the community, so we chose you. So that's really nice to sort of see that happening. So obviously, yes, we're getting additional business when people are making choices in that way. But also when they do come to us, we have then got a wider range of options to offer them, including options that they know that we've checked out on their behalf to ensure their sustainability. And hopefully it comes across to all of our clients who are interested in sustainability that we're not just picking any old suppliers. We have a really stringent and thorough process in place where we look very clearly at our suppliers. We have a supplier code of conduct that runs alongside our sustainability and environmental policies. So, you know, we make sure that what we're offering to clients, we have researched fully as well and can offer these things with confidence.
That's excellent. And what about two other areas just I'd like to explore with you? One is staff. Do you think it, you know, do your staff appreciate it? Are they more fulfilled in their work? And also costings. I'm just thinking like, obviously cheap energy is a thing of the past now. So does it help in those areas of energy and staff as well?
Definitely. There are some areas that you look at where there are some slightly increased costs related to the more sustainable or greener option. I have always very much thought, well, the more and more people that choose these options, then hopefully the economies of scale in due course will bring things in line. And when we started first looking at energy suppliers, for example, the greener options, it was, you know, a sharp intake of breath. But thankfully things have begun to even up a bit, and we do a lot of negotiating, both to make sure we have got the right supplier for us and it's not just someone paying lip service to the environment, and that the costs are reasonable, because obviously, you know, a business's bottom line is really important. We've got to make sure that you know, we don't want to be putting funeral prices up to cover,
No.
for example, our super green energy costs. So yeah, so it's something that we always try and keep in balance and always keep a check on. And actually this year is the first full year that we've been fully green suppliers on the energy side, having just changed our final one across earlier this year.
No, I think it is. I think that pragmatic approach is so important. You can't be green at the cost of everything else. You've got to adopt a pragmatic approach. So what about your staff working in a sustainable manner? Does it make them feel more fulfilled? Do they get any more fulfillment out of their work?
Do you know, I think they get something different out of their work, because I think they think a lot more. So rather than just doing what they've always done and the way they've always done it, using the same suppliers they've always used, it just makes them think. It makes them stop and think about their decisions, which is really nice. And the other really nice thing is that sometimes staff will say to me, do you know what, we've changed things at home as a result of having greater awareness at work. They've realised that some of the stuff they do at home isn't great. So they've gone away and used the skills that they've picked up at work to improve their home life and their home sustainability, which is absolutely ticks every box and makes me smile from ear to ear.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's a great point on which to end, Lucy, for that insight into you and your business, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much indeed.
Brilliant. Thank you, Brendan.